Okay. Okay. Oh, need to go ahead and say publish now. Publish now. I wonder whether, like, I've never gone back to watch any of these to see if, like, how much of it gets posted. Like, do you see, because I have to click, I have to click one go live and then another go live, basically. So I wonder if you see that first little bit or not. And of course, I always got to get adjusted here. Because I'm using the janky version of YouTube streaming. Wow. The light is so bright and I feel like I look so tired. But I mean, it's 10 o'clock, so, what can you do? Not that that's super late, but it's late enough. It's late enough that normally I'd just be like reading or watching a movie and like in my PJs, But I do like switching it up and doing a bit of a later live stream. It's kind of fun. Kind of wish I had like some tea or something. Let's see. It's 10:01. Yeah, this is fine, right? You can see my gaff tape over here in the corner and my cat pillow. But that's all right. That's what it looks like in here. Okay. So good evening. Oh, hi, Sam. How are you? Hey, Julian made it too. We got Sam here from, oh man. I just want to say Denton because I don't know. I can never remember what town you moved to. And Julian from right here in San Antonio. Good evening. Louisville. Yeah, I think it's because I've never been there, and I don't know unless it's off of 35, and I drove through. I probably have never been there, and have nothing to remember it by. I'll try, but probably I'll forget it again. Denton, I can actually remember because of the music school there that everyone talks about, and also Freaks and Geeks, the comic book store that I played at before. Yeah, if there's anybody watching that this is your first time attending a chat, let us know, or not, let us know who you are and where you're watching from, because I feel like that's one of the coolest things about live streaming is that, like, there could be someone watching from the UK and Florida and Oregon and just all over the place, and we're all here at once. It's kind of fun. Let's see, Louisville. Oh, it's between Dallas and Denton. Okay, don't go to Denton a lot, and Denton's not off of 35 either, so it's not really one that like Denton itself is not a place that I have toured a lot, even though it's such a musical hub. I haven't played a lot of shows there. I think I've only played there as survival guide, which is interesting, because you would think, oh, Denton is where 35 East and 35 West converge. Oh, hey, Josiah is here watching from Raleigh, North Carolina. Welcome, and thank you for letting us know. It's okay that you can't usually check in. I mean, it's cool that you are tonight, but I mean, I know that it's not the easiest either, depending on what platform you're watching on, or what type of viewing device you're using. So yeah, welcome. I was going to say, relating to what Sam's saying about the freeways, is that 35 in Texas goes north and south. So you're driving on, like from San Antonio up to Dallas, you're driving on 35 north. And then there's a point where it splits into two and kind of goes around Dallas, I think. One goes through and one goes around, I think. And so it can get really confusing because you're like, wait, the directions say get on 35 north, get north 35 east. What? What does this mean? It's, yeah, one to Dallas and one to Fort Worth. He's confirming. Oh, hey, Manda Marie is here. Yay! Manda lives here in San Antonio. Welcome. I'm so glad you made it. I have not seen you for so long, not since that one show at Bang Bang that Julian was also at. That was forever ago now. Let's see what's going on over here. Talking about the weather in North Carolina. Oh, which reminds me, I don't know. I guess we don't have anyone here from California right now, but if we do and you're not able to comment, I just want to say I hope that you're all safe. I've been, my whole family lives in California almost, and a lot of my friends, and so I'm just, concerned for everybody's safety with the fires, and I hope you're all well. I know that a lot of times we have people on here from Oregon, which has been hit by fires severely as well. So I hope you're all okay. I hope you're all breathing filtered air. Oh, Ian said the smoke out there is still pretty gnarly. Where are you watching from? Are you watching from Oregon or California or Washington? I don't even know if Washington is affected yet. I've tried looking at, I'm spitting. Luckily, you're not right here sitting in front of me. I've tried looking at the fire maps, and I feel like they're so, they're just not, I just want a map that shows where things are burning right now. I guess I understand it's hard to update that in a timely, in a super quick way. But I'm always like, oh, where's it burning? And then I can never find out. Jason is here from Southern California. Ian is here from Northern California. Jason said, LOL, it's fine. The sky's just been orange for a few days. NBD. Yeah. Yeah. Sam is saying he has friends in Washington. And that the air quality is really bad. Oh, Adrian's here. Hi, Adrian. ESRI map of fires. Is that what I should search? Is that the best thing? I keep telling my family, I don't know where I'm trying to find out where it's burning and I can't see it. And they're like, yeah, the maps suck. So they haven't really helped me find out where things are burning. I'm going to turn on this ceiling fan because earlier I thought I was cold, but now I think now that I'm actually talking to you and I'm on the spot, I'm kind of getting hot. So I'm going to turn that on real quick. 1 second. Be right back. Okay. I'm back. Okay. Thank you for that suggestion, Adrian. I will look at that map and I will continue to have positive thoughts. I don't know what to do from here in Texas about fires burning in California, aside from just hoping that things are going to be okay. Thank you, Sam, for the compliment on my hair. So now that there's, we got some people here, I can get started with my everything beyond the fires. I was gonna wait till later to talk about this because it's like a personal thing that is, it's not really news or anything, but but it's way too big of a deal, and I cannot. It's like overarching my whole existence right now. So I'm just going to talk about it now and get it out of the way because it colors everything that I talk about from here. So I can't remember if I mentioned a few months ago. I think it was February. Like late February to mid-March, so maybe I didn't mention it because I think it was probably in between two live streams. And also right when coronavirus was really starting to get crazy here in the US. But I have this, let me know if I did talk about this. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter because not everyone is the same as at every single live stream. Anyway, I have this sinus pressure thing that's really weird that, like I said, it first occurred late February, early March. And then it went away. I went hardcore on trying to get my sinuses back to normal with like a neti pot and all kinds of stuff. But the thing that it's not even doing anything really aside from stopping up one ear. So starting on Saturday after the show that I played with the Texases, I took my earplugs off. Like everything was fine. I took my earplugs off and I was like, oh wow, my hearing is so, like my earplug must not fit anymore because I have molded earplugs, and they say every 5 years or so you need to get a new pair because they don't fit, like the inside of your ears changes shape. So I took my earplug off and thought, oh, it must have just not been sitting right. And it sounds like I only had one earplug in. So, the one ear was ringing like I had just been at a really loud concert and the one ear was fine. So I thought that for a little while. And then overnight, as I laid down and the pressure in my head changed, my ear completely turned off, like 100% just like deaf. And which it's not cool. I really don't want this to be a thing. And it's improved a little bit. And what it was doing back in February was that it would get bad overnight. Like I would lay down. Oh, hey, Urban's here. Hi, Urban. Urban's watching from Fresno, California. I hope you're okay throughout the fires. I talked about that earlier. So anyway, in February and March, it was like every night I would go to sleep and I would lay down, and after a certain amount of time, my ear would turn off. And this time, and then in the morning, I'd be like, oh, this sucks. I can't hear. And then it would gradually, like within an hour or 2 hours, maybe, it would be back to normal. So this time it's like I get up in the morning and I can't hear anything. And then it gradually gets to, I'd say like maybe 50% in this ear. It's like, it feels like, and there's no pain or anything. So I'm just concerned that it's something permanent or I damaged my ear by not getting it checked out. I don't know. So yeah, that's really a bummer. And that's an understatement, but I still don't know what the deal is. So I am going to the doctor tomorrow, to just a regular doctor, and then maybe I'll go to an ear, nose, and throat person. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they won't just be like, oh, it's fine, or whatever. I don't know. I'm looking forward to going just to kind of, talk to a professional about it. So yeah, and that was just on Saturday night. It wasn't until Sunday that I was like, I can't hear. So yeah, so I'm still stressing about it, and what really sucks is that I was so, let's segue this into, oh, Nathan said, let's not segue yet. Nathan said, have you tried the Valsalva maneuver? Sounds like you station tube issues. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to look that up. I mean, I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so at least there's that. But yeah, I'll look that up after this is over and see what that is. And maybe it'll help me. I've done like Neti Pot, and I've done, oh, hey, Kevin's here from Von Esper Studios in New York. I've done like earwax removal, because one thought that I thought would be really great is if it was just, too much earwax, like from me always using molded earplugs, which I guess that still could be the case, but the home remedy version didn't do anything at all. So yeah. Thanks, Josiah. Yeah, I'm glad to. I don't want to. I'm really hoping, as I'm sure you guys would too. I'm really hoping that it's not permanent. However, I do have the one ear, and I think it wouldn't affect me that much musically. I think I would still be able to do almost everything that I've been doing. Oh yeah, Sam is saying that he had an ear infection from using the rubber earbuds too often. Okay. Oh, you pinch your nose, close your mouth, try to exhale. Yeah, I've tried that. It does feel like that though. It feels like, because I've had sinus issues in the past where I had a really bad sinus infection and I was flying. It was when Tsunami Bomb was touring all over, and we were flying to Europe and stuff. And I've had times where I would come off a plane and still have the pressure, from being hot, so high in elevation. And it feels like that. It feels like it needs to pop, but it's not. It is a little bit, but it's not all the way. It's like it's going from deaf to less deaf when it pops. So yeah, I'm trying not to think too much about what it could be and whether I could have damaged my eardrum somehow during that show. That's what's the weirdest part, is that like it was totally fine and I played that show and then it was messed up. So, but I also don't feel like the Texases play particularly loud. Like, yes, it was loud enough for earplugs, but their drummer plays pretty softly, which I think is usually the issue. And yeah, the monitors, like, it wasn't super loud. So I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it wasn't a combination of like some sort of weird sinus pressure plus the loudness, maybe damaged. I don't know. I will have more information hopefully tomorrow after seeing a doctor. I really hope they have some sort of, I'm hoping, that they'll look in there and be like, oh yeah, it's just wax or something, whatever. Sam says, hear me out. It could be your punk ears resisting the country music. That is possible. That is very possible. Let's see. Julian said that his ears have the constant ringing, but very mild. Yes. I can't. I have that too, for sure. And it's interesting right now with this one being partially closed, because it's like when the air conditioner's going or a fan's going, it's fine, or it's okay. It's like I'm not hearing ringing any more than usual. But then when it's quiet, it's like the ringing is really loud in this ear. But I am pretty used to that, so it's not that big of a deal to tune that out. I definitely have tinnitus, so yeah. So yeah, I am also kind of hoping that they'll just be like, let me refer you to an ear, nose, and throat doctor and see what they say. That would be good. So yeah, that segue I was going to make earlier was that what sucks is that there's that demo song that I posted that I have is currently titled Scary AF. And I've been working with Nick. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to it or read my caption, read my my description of read my post about it, I guess, where I mentioned that I have this demo. I posted for you the version that I sent Nick to write some guitars on top of. And so he's done that. He's recorded his part, and we're in the mixing stage. And he's been helping me because he mixes all the Lungs and Limbs stuff, and he has a studio. Like he records other bands, and people hire him to record their records and mix them and master them. So so he is, instead of him mixing the song himself, he's been helping me mix it. So I've been, making all the changes and stuff. And then he has been telling me there's so much that I don't know. There's so much, I've been mixing your cover songs decently, like well enough to send out and to be a song. But there's so much about frequencies. And I mean, you may have gathered from my posts of some of the cover songs where I'm like, please listen to this in headphones, because I listened on the stereo and it sounds so bad. It's like you have to get you have to like massage everything and every frequency to be suitable for all types of speakers, and as best as possible, which I don't even have monitors for mixing, which most people who mix music have monitors. And it's like a more true, I mean, although most people listen to music, well, I don't know. I was going to say most people listen to music on headphones nowadays, but I don't know. I don't know if that's really true. I hope you heard that. Somebody's got a janky dirt bike or something driving down my street. Anyway, so we're pretty close to having this song mixed, and then yeah, it was a dirt bike, I think. So we're pretty close to having the song mixed, and then I have a messed up ear, and I can't mix anymore. Like I mean, not for now, at least until it's better. Like I can't be sitting there trying to fine tune, the levels of things and just the way things are going to sound on the record. Or on the song, which is really disappointing. I had to message Nick and tell him, that I need to take some time for my ears to heal, or for my ear to heal, or whatever it's going to do before we move forward with it. Although, so that's really disappointing. Luckily, I don't have anything else going on that would be hindered by my ear, aside from my happiness. But so yeah, there's that song, and but I'm telling you all this even though just because I'm getting close to mixing, finishing the mixing on a song, it's still so far in the future that it would be released. I don't think I've talked much about the actual release itself for that song, but for those of you who are Tsunami Bomb fans, or were, I don't know if you remember the comp that we were on that was like Newfound Glory's selected songs. It was like Friends of Newfound Glory, basically. So I've been asked to submit a song for something like that, for a Friends band who is going to do a release and also include some songs from Friends. So I was really excited about that because it was a reason to actually complete a song instead of just having a demo, and have a deadline and all that kind of stuff. Initially, they were talking about, and it's going to be on a label and everything, so that's really exciting for me, since it's been a while since I've been on a label that's like doing a lot of stuff. So that was supposed to be a holiday release, but it's just been pushed back to spring. So all that I said about, the disappointment of not being able to mix right now, my deadline was initially September 15th. And I was working really hard. And I kind of mentioned that when I talked about, when I released the cover song, the Huey Lewis cover song, because I've been working on this project and I have a deadline and I need to make sure to hit that deadline. So I didn't hit the deadline, which sucks, but the deadline itself got moved anyway, which also kind of sucks. But it also kind of doesn't, because I can't hear correctly right now. So yeah, I would be scrambling if I did have to get it in today. Adrian's asking if the song is an original or a cover. It's the one that I sent the demo for. It's it's Scary AF. So yeah, that's the one. It's an original. I'm still working on the covers release. The next step for that is still to mix a few songs, is to remix them. So that's not going to happen right now either. Thanks, Manda. I'm really excited about this song, and I'm so thankful for your feedback on it, because it's been positive. I mean, I know probably nobody's going to get on there and be like, this song is dumb, but at least I don't think you're going to come on there just specifically to lie to me about liking the song. So I appreciate that. It makes me feel I mean, the whole experience has been really awesome, and it's such a weird thing to talk about, because on the one hand, it's like, it seems so ridiculous that it's taken me this long to write a full song, which now I have two. I mean, this one is really done as far as like the writing. Like, I'm not adding anything else to it after what Nick did, and we added some little fancy stuff here and there. So on the one hand, it's like, it took so long to do this. But on the other hand, I'm still like, I did this. Like, this is a really big deal, even though it took me all these years to finally get one song together. And, the goal is to do a whole album. I do still feel really overjoyed about finishing it, and I feel like it's good. I definitely go through moments where I'm like, is it good? It's just terrible. Like, it's really bad. And then I feel like it's good, and I like it. And I also feel after writing the song and getting it done, I feel like really kind of fortunate that my goal is for me to get an album done. And that I don't feel pressure. I mean, I know that you guys are waiting for new music, and you have been so patiently for so long. So of course I want to write music that you're going to like and appreciate and listen to and want to listen to. But at the same time, I feel like I just want to prove to myself that I can do it. And that makes me feel less pressured or worried about whether the world will like the songs, which I think will probably make them better in the end. I mean, they'll be better to me, at least. So I have no idea whether people will like my music or not. But the goal is to do it and to get it done. And I'm so excited that I'm like 10% done with an album. It's crazy. Like, and it's so, I mean, I know some of you are musicians as well. I know Kevin and who else? Nathan, are you a musician? I don't know. But it's a really weird thing to be listening to your song and just fluctuating between like really thinking maybe it's garbage and then really being excited about it. Like within the same, 3.5 minutes, you're just like, what am I doing? Oh, this is really good. No, this is terrible. This is exactly what I wanted it to be. So yeah, I'm 20% done. You're right. I have two songs. I need to do more with the other one, but yes, you're right. That song is done. Sour Sorrow is done. My throat's getting dry. So, hi, Brian. Thank you for watching the country live stream. And I appreciate the compliments. Oh, Beth is here from Oregon. Why can't I remember where Brian is watching from? It's not the UK. That's what I said last time, isn't it? I'm just going to wait. Canada! Okay. Quebec. Quebec is a whole province, right? It's not a city and a province, is it? Oh, man. I've been to Canada multiple times, and now I'm blanking on whether Quebec is also a city. No, wait, that's where Ottawa and, okay, whew. I was about to feel so dumb. It's a province. I mean, I knew it was a province, but I also wondered if it was a city. But I also can't remember which cities are in Quebec. I'm thinking Montreal, right? Okay. You didn't answer me yet, but I'm pretty sure Montreal is in Quebec. I'm pretty bad at being on the spot, actually. I don't know why. I'm doing this to myself. Brian doesn't even care. I'm just like, let me name off what cities are in Quebec. Okay. Let's talk about the song title. So I am not going to leave it scary AF. Although I do have a bad habit of wanting to leave songs as the working title, because I feel like I've worked with them. I've had them long enough that I'm like, oh yeah, that's just the title of the song. And it's not a bad title, but always in all of my bands, there was somebody who'd be like, no, we can't call it that. That's dumb. So My first thought was to call it The Statue, because I like to take lyrics. I like to take the title from the lyrics. I'm not generally a person who wants to do a crazy long title or a crazy intricate title for songs. I don't know why. I feel like, I guess maybe I just don't quite know the importance of a song title is kind of, it's kind of where I fall. I'm like, does it matter? I don't know. I mean, if you're pushing it to radio, then it probably matters. Probably matters a lot. But if you're not, if it's just like a song on your record, how much does it actually matter? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me how little I feel attached to song titles. I kind of just want them to be simple and easy to remember, and but I don't want them to be too like straightforward. I don't know. This is all so convoluted, talking about the creative process of titling a song. Let's see. Julian says, leave it the working title and name the album name working title. So it'll be working title. You can go by the album Working Title by Survival Guide, featuring the song Scary AF. Is that what you're, is that what you're saying? That's funny. So I played this song for the Girls Rock Camp little live stream workshop, songwriting workshop that I did earlier in the summer, in August. And I told them that I hadn't titled it yet and to give me suggestions if they had any. And the guy who was moderating the whole thing, after I was done, said, he was like, that song was awesome. And I would, if I saw a song that was titled You Can't Make Me Scream, I would want to listen to it. And so I kind of wondered what you guys thought about that, because I would never have not thought of that. I would never have been like, I'm just going to call it You Can't Make Me Scream, because that's basically a sentence. And I just don't tend to want song titles that are long. So I'm just more of a lazy song titler. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think You Can't Make Me Scream is too long of a title or too straightforward, since that's what I'm kind of repeating in the song? Is it too like uninspired? Adrian suggested, let's see, I know Josiah suggested something too. Let me go back here on my Patreon. Kevin said, I don't think it's too long, but I also like the creator's intuition. That's fair. That makes sense. I mean, that's one thing that I'm having trouble with is creator's intuition. I'm like, is it good? I don't know. I mean, right now, I just kind of wanted to, have a discussion with you about, oh, hey, now that I've refreshed Patreon, I'm seeing that Manda was there, but now luckily she's over on YouTube. Hi, Doug. Doug is watching, Doug Fitzsimmons is watching over on Patreon. You like, and Doug likes what? It says just now you commented. So I'm not sure. Welcome, Doug from, I believe, from Southern California. Because I think we met at a Survival Guide, probably before Survival Guide, but I think I remember you from a Survival Guide show in Southern California, in LA. And What was I going to say about that? I have a really hard time refreshing the comments on Patreon because they don't auto refresh. So I have to remember to hit refresh and see if anyone's commenting. And then if I do it a couple times and no one has commented, then it just like completely slips my mind that that's even a thing. I'm like, oh, nobody's there. So I'll just stop subconsciously think I should stop doing that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to read your suggestions too here in a second. Finally, a new demo. I'm looking at my own posts now. Oh yeah, Josiah suggested Gargoyle as a song title, and Adrian suggested Prisoner of Stone, and then in parentheses, Gone Forever. That is maybe a little too complicated for me, but Gone Forever could be good too. I mean, not that Gargoyle also isn't good. I do love a good gargoyle. I don't know if Amanda and Julian you've probably seen the gargoyle in St. Paul Square area, but I love seeing it. There's this building that's like a haunted house, like one of those annual, I think it's annual, but if not, it's just they rent the place all year and then they have a haunted house during, Halloween time. And there's a gargoyle that's just sitting on the top, and when it's windy, its wings like are moving, and I don't think it's supposed to be doing that, and it's really creepy in an awesome way. Oh, Amanda, yes, you've seen him. Yeah, isn't he cool? He's so cool. It's really cool to see him like sitting up there, and the wings are kind of slightly moving in a very sort of natural looking way. It's great. Okay, so now I'm going to read your suggestion or your comments on the title. Jason said, if you're going to do that, I just like scream better, less wordy and more ambiguous. True. Josiah feels a bit long to me. I wouldn't be bothered by it. Smiley face. Name songs after your longest subbed patrons. That's a good idea. Although, I mean, you might not be stoked with the lyrics that you get. Wouldn't you be bummed if, like, I named this song Julian and it's all talking about basically how much you suck, kind of. And Beth said, maybe you could shorten it. Make me scream. I don't know. Or like Jason said, scream. Maybe just you can't. Oh, and Kevin had the same idea as Julian. Name a song for each of your patrons. That'd be a lot of songs. Oh, and Julian, you've seen the gargoyle too. So great. So great. Yeah, that's true. You would have a song named after you. People would be like, who's that Julian guy? Man, that guy sucks. Double or triple album. Yeah, that's what I would need. I would need a fat it'd need to be like 1 minute songs, all of them, and then it would be like 100 minutes long. Okay. Well, this is some good suggestions. I like that you're saying you can't make me scream feels too long. I mean, I don't like that, but maybe my feelings are the same as yours. That maybe having a song title that is a sentence, that is a full sentence, is a little much sometimes. I mean, it doesn't bother me when bands do it. It doesn't unless it's really long, then it's just dumb. But it doesn't bother me when bands do it, but it just isn't something that I've ever really been into doing for myself. Oh, Kevin's been writing 1-minute songs called Insta Music. That's a good idea. Sam said to spell it Scream, Skreem. That would be really funny. Okay, yeah. Beth is saying, I do like You Can't Make Me Scream, but it is kind of long and can see that maybe it's too on the nose. That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. I mean, I was open to this guy's suggestion, especially when he said that it would be a song that you might gravitate towards because of the title, which is something that I never really consider, And it made me think, maybe I should consider this, and maybe I should be more, thoughtful about what my songs are called. I don't know what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to take all of your suggestions and assess them. I'm probably not going to name this song after a patron. Sorry to say. But I do like that suggestion. I'll think about that for other songs, maybe. But yeah, that's where I am with that one, is that it basically just needs to be finished mixing, which is not going to be easy once my hearing is back, because I don't really know how to mix, and Nick is helping me from afar, and we're doing like Zooms and stuff to see shared screens and see what is going on with all the EQs and all this stuff. So yeah, I can title it. I probably should title it before I submit it. Otherwise, it might just accidentally get uploaded as Scary AF, and then that would be it forever. So I'm going to consider all of your stuff. You know what? I'm going to answer Adrian's questions, because she sent me a couple of questions, which is awesome. I love getting questions from Adrian, from anyone. I mean, from any of you. I would love to answer your questions, and I love that Adrian has creative, interesting questions. And I'm so glad that she sent me some. She sent me 2 questions. Yay! So first question is, tell us about the sand dollar. How is the sand dollar significant to you? So if you weren't here last live stream, or if you didn't see my Instagram post, I just got a tattoo. My first tattoo on the same day as the live stream last month. Let me get my screen up so I can see if I'm showing it to you or not. Okay. So it's like this stippled, you could say, pointillism, you could say, maybe, tattoo. It's about 2 inches wide. I have lots of tattoo ideas. I don't know how many of them I'm going to execute, but so much thought went into getting my first tattoo, because it's a tattoo and it's permanent, and I'm definitely not. I've accepted that I have like a permanence phobia. So I also felt like getting a tattoo was kind of like a step in overcoming that. I just don't. I'm not good with like, this is forever. Anything this is forever, I'm just like kind of terrified of. So the sand dollar specifically, I wanted something to represent the ocean, because I feel like I just have a real love of and connection with the ocean. I love it so much. I also find it terrifying. I could sit and watch the ocean for an entire day. I think I could bore everyone I know with the length of time that I could just sit at the ocean and watch it and like walk along it and, walk in the waves or just be near it basically. And it also, it kind of represents California for me too. So I not necessarily a sand dollar, but I wanted something that was small that could stand alone, and also something that my friend Janet, who did the tattoo, something that would be kind of in the style that she tattoos already. I feel like it's interesting. It's such an interesting art medium, where you like the tattoo artist is a true artist. They're doing artwork, permanent artwork on someone's body. And I feel like most tattoo artists probably have to do stuff all the time that's like not really their style, or I think that the majority of stuff that they get brought, people bring stuff in and they're like, can you do these initials for me or whatever. um, so I wanted to do something that Janet would be able to have a connection with too. And I would like to do that with every tattoo artist that I go to. And also, I have another idea for a tattoo that I would like to get here that is ocean themed too. So it would kind of go together, if I end up doing that one, which I really want to. Um, and yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I put so much thought into it, and that's one reason why it took me so long to get one. Is like, where should I get it? How big should it be? What should it be? What style should it be? And finally, everything came together to get one tattoo. Now I'm just trying to figure out who I want to do my other tattoo that would go here. Although, yes, I have lots of ideas. I have so many things that I would like to get tattooed, and I don't quite know where or when or by who. So all of those things need to be determined. And hopefully that answers your question, Adrienne. One comment about the song title again, Julian said, Scary AF is better because it's scary AF to put out new music after so long. That is true. That is very true. Man, you really got me thinking now, Julian. And Josiah said, one last title suggestion, Scraps. I love that you got that. I love that you got that word out of it. I love that. I really love it. I've thought to myself, like, this is really great that I'm putting the word scraps into a song. I don't quite know why, but that's one thing that I liked about this song. Yeah, I'll think about that too. Sam said he's working on designs for a Harley Quinn. Yeah, you should do it. I think that'd be cool. Kevin is asking if I wrote Not Forever, and is it about my fear of permanence? Yes, I wrote it. But no, it's not. It's basically the opposite. That song is about basically about how first love ends, the first person that you say I love you to. Because like for me, I never assumed that person, that I would be with them forever. But it's weird when you experience loving someone, like feeling like you love them and you're in a really serious relationship, and then it ends because you're like, I guess it wasn't love. I don't know. It's not forever. It's not forever. It's supposed to be forever, but it's really not. Adrian said, also Sam said maybe write a chill song called Sand Dollar. It's a good idea. I should do that. And then Adrian said the detail on the tattoo is fantastic. Thank you. I agree. I'm really happy with Janet, what Janet did. One other thing about the tattoo is that she drew one up and it was like perfectly round, which I found really interesting because I kept, she wanted kind of some reference photos and I just couldn't find any. I went online and I was like, they're all perfectly round. And I don't know if this is how sand dollars are in Florida or Mexico or somewhere not California, but like if you're in California and walking on the beach, you can find sand dollars. And I don't think I've ever seen one that's perfectly round. They're always like this sort of squishy, like squished sort of an oval, but not quite. I don't know. It's a unique shape. So I actually did have her redraw it to be more realistic. And Beth suggested, what about Ghost? Yeah, that could be good too. It's funny, like how many words could come out of the song that are, they're in the song. They could be the title. I haven't thought hard about it. And Adrian mentioned I do have one song about the beach song from Plinky. No, from Generic Asphalt. Yes, I do have a song called The Beach Song, or just Beach Song. That's totally about nothing but leaving town to go to the beach. It says Manda Marie message retracted. I wonder what happened there. That reminds me I should refresh this one to see if anyone else has commented on Patreon. And then Adrian had one more question. How do you get to YouTube? I'm sorry, Doug. I'm just failing you right now with my slow refreshing of Patreon. So I believe I can't really do it right now because I am streaming right now. Maybe one of you who is on the on YouTube can comment and tell me. I think if you go to the Patreon post and you click on the video, I believe it's like some other platforms where you can be watching it, and then if you look in the bottom right corner, there's a little YouTube symbol, and you can click that and you can watch it on YouTube instead of on Patreon, I think. And I'm sorry I neglected to check Patreon until nearly the end of this live stream. Okay, Josiah said that's right. Amanda Marie said, I got an anchor tattoo to represent my love of the sea and of books about the ocean. Unfortunately, people just kept asking if I was in the Navy instead about my nautical literary preferences. LOL. Yeah, I haven't gotten any questions about my tattoo, but we were talking about this last time, about how it kind of looks like a cookie in a way. Like it almost looks like a pecan sandy or something. If you didn't know if you saw it from afar, or if you didn't know what a sand dollar was, which is, there are probably a good number of people who don't know what a sand dollar is. So I'm prepared for people to ask me about it, but I haven't had anyone ask me about it yet. So maybe not. Maybe no one cares, which is fine too. I don't really. It's funny, like being with, having so many tattooed people in my life and just over the years in the bands and stuff. People ask about tattoos, at least with the guys, they would ask them all the time. Like we're in the grocery store getting, bread and peanut butter, and the cashier is like, nice tats, bro. What do they mean? And it's like, they have full sleeves. So like, how do you even begin with that? It's so funny. It's so funny to me. But yeah, so I'm expecting that, although it hasn't happened at all yet. So we shall see. Urban said, didn't know how that song and your cover would get me through this past year the way it has, and how your commentary made so much sense to me. Thanks, Urban. That really means a lot. I'm glad that I have helped you through the year. That's like the ultimate goal of any musician, is to, do something positive for the people who are listening to it. So thank you for saying that. Yes, Adrienne pointed out that she just asked me about my tattoo. But you know what I mean. People in person, random people that I don't know. If a friend asked me about it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I got a tattoo. Like, let me tell you about it. But I feel like oftentimes people just, seems like strangers ask people about their tattoos and what they mean, which to me is it's kind of funny and weird at the same time. Let me get to your second question. It was, Hotel California is your least favorite song. What is your least favorite commercial jingle? I can't stand, this is Adrian's comment, I can't stand 1-800 Cars for Kids. Another one that I don't care for is ASPCA commercials that feature Angel by Sarah McLachlan. That commercial is pretty damn depressing. I think 1-800 Cars for Kids really tops the list. I don't know, that commercial doesn't get played here. So, I mean, I would have assumed that was a national organization and that everyone was being tortured by that song. So definitely, in being in Northern California, I heard that song all the time on the radio, and it's so annoying, especially the ones where it's a kid singing and they have the most insane auto-tune on it. It's so bad. And it's like the tune of it is so catchy and it gets stuck in your head forever. It's horrible. So yeah, I would say 1-800 Cars for Kids is probably the worst one. But another one that I really hate right now is Liberty. Is the Liberty Mutual? I think it's Liberty. No, is Liberty Mutual? I don't know. It's the one where they just go, Liberty, 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 Liberty. That bugs me so much because they're just saying the name of the company like 4 times. They're not this. It's so annoying. I'm like, who wrote that? Who sat down and was like, what should it say? What's really the core of Liberty Mutual? I think we should just say Liberty, and call it a day. And what makes me angry is that gets stuck in my head too. And it's just I'm like, how is this stuck in my head? It's someone singing Liberty 4 times. Is it 4 times? Yeah, 4 times. So annoying. So annoying. Yeah. It makes you think of it, so it works. Yeah. What else? I thought of another one too. Oh, there's one here that I know you wouldn't have in California because it's a local company. There's a lot of air conditioner companies here because it's so hot in summer, as you all know. And there's one that I've been hearing a lot lately from this company Gettle, that uses the I don't know what the original song is, but it's the one that's like a camping. It's like what is it? Maybe Julian and Amanda can help me. Well, it's basically they're spelling out the name of their company, but they're using the tune. It goes Gettle, Goettl, Gettle, na 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 na. So it doesn't even matter that they change the words. It just, that song gets stuck in my head forever. And then I'm annoyed that they used it. And it worked because their whole thing is that you don't know how to spell the name of their company. And now I do. So that was pretty genius. Oh, annoying commercials. I'm so glad I don't have to hear 1-800-CARS for Kids anymore. For those of you who haven't heard that song, you should go listen to it just to hear how terrible it is. And then you won't have to listen to it ever again. So it won't, it'll be in your head for a little bit, but then just put on something else like Hotel California or something to replace it. Something else that will easily get stuck in your head. Let's see. Urban said, he didn't know. Urban said he missed the beginning of the chat, but didn't know if it was asked. Any new Survival Guide music coming soon or California shows? I have no shows booked. I don't know what's happening with shows ever in the future. So I don't have any shows booked at all. But I was talking about, I will just briefly tell you that the demo song that I did, that I posted a couple days ago, that we were talking about, is supposed to come out in spring. It was initially going to come out on a comp during the holidays, but that's been pushed back to spring. So I don't know if that's the first new music I'm going to release, but you won't hear the final version of that song until then. So there's that. And then he said, would also love to hear a mastered version of End of the World. Your cover's the best version. Thank you. Yeah, eventually that song will be released too, if all goes well. I plan on releasing all of the covers, mastering and releasing all of the covers that I've done for you in albums. So that one, you know what? That one is on the first grouping of songs. So, but of course, you probably missed the part of the chat where I was saying I've lost some hearing in my right ear. So that covers album won't come out until I can mix the rest of the songs. There's still 3 songs that need to be revisited before Nick can finish mastering. So we shall see. Sam said, call 1-800-8433 because the next best thing to do is Dalworth clean. I don't know that one. Oh, 1800-8433. That's like an incomplete phone number, but that's funny. Yeah, I don't know that one. Thankfully. I'm sorry that you have to have that stuck in your head. Bye, Josiah. Thanks for coming. And Beth also hates Liberty Mutual. Yes. Adrian agrees. That one's annoying. Sam said, in a game we play, they have towns that rhyme with liberty. So we'll say those towns in the tune of liberty, liberty, liberty. Oh, I'm sorry. Julian is saying, no, don't sing it. I'm so sorry. It's too late. I already did it. Yeah, it did its job. And then Beth is talking about how ads pop up on YouTube and then you want to skip them. You hope they'll let you skip them. And then you have to watch the whole thing. And then you have to hear the stupid jingle that's going to be stuck in your head. Whatever happened with, Urban's asking whatever happened with the Patsy Christmas tune. Yeah, I thought about it this year. I thought about it because I have a friend who is a sync rep who forever ago told me, hey, if you write a Christmas song, record it, and people always want Christmas music. So I'll send it to people and I don't know, whatever happens with random Christmas music, we can see what we can do. And she said, you record it in summer because that's when like I'll need it in summer to start pushing it for Christmas. So every year I'm kind of like, oh, I should have recorded that song. Every year I think of it too late. This year I thought of it on time, and I thought, man, I know, like, now that I've played with the Texases and they have had sort of revolving members, you know, I've now met like probably I would say at least 8 musicians, 8 or 9 different musicians that play country music that that I could have record with me. But I'm not quite sure. I mean, this year for sure, I was like, I don't know, like studios are, or at least they were closed down because of coronavirus and, you know, microphones and whatnot, and enclosed spaces. So I thought of it. I thought about it. I thought about it briefly. And then I thought, I don't think I should do it this year. I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait till next year, or till an opportunity comes up where I can easily record that with some of these country guys, which I think would be so fun and so cool to get some like actual country musicians to back me on this song. I also don't know how I would do it. I don't know if I'd need to. I've never done anything like that. Like, would I need to hire them all, you know, and pay for a studio? Because like my stuff I just do here at my house, and I don't have a drum room, and there's a lot of things to consider. But yeah, I should probably just figure that out and do it, because I do want to do it. And now I know the people that can really help me do it. So we shall see. Yeah, and now Urban's talking about how maybe the Texases can do a Patsy cover. I proposed that to them, and I thought maybe we should do San Antonio Rose, you know, but it's a little like their era that they cover is 70s through 90s, and that's like their thing. So there's no Patsy happening. There's no like old school country. There's no Johnny Cash. There's no like that kind of stuff, which is like, to me, is some of the really coolest country music that there is. But yeah, that's unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. Would be awesome. But there is another country cover band here that some of the same guys that played with the Texases, that like filled in. There's another country cover band called the 501s that I'm kind of like, can I sing with them also? Like, would that be weird if I sang with 2 different country cover bands? Because then I could do like different songs. I know that they would probably do Patsy Cline, which would be really cool. So anyway, I have obviously gone over a lot on the time. I'm just feeling like I'm really enjoying myself talking to you and seeing your comments and answering your questions and discussing things and terrible commercial jingles. It's been really fun, but I think I'm going to cut it off. I am tired. It's been hard to sleep when my ear is shut off. I keep waking up and, you know, instantly thinking about it because everything sounds really weird. So yeah, I will keep you updated. I will let you know when I know what's happening with it. I will let you know, which will hopefully be tomorrow, but maybe not. Maybe I need to go to a specialist. So we shall see. Thank you guys so much for coming and attending this live stream. I really, really appreciate it. I so appreciate the feedback on everything, on the song title, you know, asking questions. It just, I think that's why I, you know, sometimes can go on for so long, is that it like energizes me to actually connect with you. Which reminds me, I still haven't done the Discord. which Sam worked so hard on, which will be another great way for us to communicate and connect. And I haven't forgotten about it, and I just need to really sit down. Maybe now that my ear is messed up, I can do stuff like that. I can, like, focus on not mixing a song and actually get the Discord finalized. Okay. Thank you, everybody. You are the best. I am going to sign off now and get into my PJs. I will see you on Patreon, and I will hopefully see you next month on the live stream. I also have ideas about doing a live stream performance. I kind of mentioned to you. I'm thinking more about that, so we'll see. A lot of stuff up in the air right now, especially with my ear, but I'm feeling good. Hey, Nick is here. Hey, hi. Thanks for coming. See you next time.